Good evening, you lovely lot. Good afternoon, good morning, good whatever it is, wherever you are across the globe. It's lovely to have your company on. Well, what is Tuesday evening here in the UK? We've just gone on a minute past 6 p.m. and this is your launch party where we're having a little bit of a look and a recap as to some of the recent launches, those that have not already sold out, as well as some of our recent deals as well that we just thought, you know what, let's just bring them back. Let's give you another chance to have a look at them and another take when it comes to the demonstration. Now, this whole week we are celebrating Club Inspire. So because of that, what we are going to be doing, and we've started this from yesterday, and we're continuing it all the way throughout the week, and that is lots of extra benefits from Club Inspire. Now, if you join Club Inspire, your very first order that you place, you will receive 25% off that order. Usually it's a 20% off that very first order after joining Club Inspire, but for this week, your very first order, you're going to get 25%. Now, that is all great for all of you new guys that are then joining Club Inspire, but for those that have maybe been with us for a couple of months, couple of years, if not about 10 years or so, you might be saying, well, why don't we get any extra benefits? Well, you absolutely do. So, if you are a bronze member for this whole week, when it comes to all your orders, you're going to get 10% off your order. If you are a silver member, you're then going to get 15% off your order. Gold member, you're going to get 20% off your order. And then if you are platinum, you're going to get 25% off all your orders this week. So as you can see here, that is an extra 5% this week celebrating Club Inspire. Not only that, everyone, as long as you're in Club Inspire, you're then going to get double points on everything. Now, it could be something that's then just going to take you into that next category when it comes to Club Inspire. And the next category means, of course, another extra discount. So if you are bronze, then that might take you into the silver, where you're getting that 15% instead. Also, we're not just finished there. If you spend £10, $10 or €10, you're going to get a free gift. Now, it's always lovely if we get a free gift that is a die or a stamp or Gildan Flakes, but this time we've got our brand new 2023 Club Inspire pin badge. You don't need to do anything other than make sure that your basket totals £10, dollars or euros or more, and then the guys and the girls in the warehouse, they will pop that into your basket straight away. So that is all of these wonderful benefits that we've got this week when it comes to Club Inspire. So whether it is going to be a collection you choose to go for, whether it is simply going to be a pack of foam pads, you're going to get the double points and you're going to get your extra discount as well. All the info is there across on our website. What I will say is when you go on our website, .co.uk.com or .eu, when you log into your Club Inspire, the products and the prices you see will be the price that's taken into account, that extra discount as well. So you don't need to think about it, you don't need to work it out. So if you are bronze, you've got that 10%. When you log in, that 10% will already be taken off for you, and that is the same, of course, for the silver, the gold, and then, of course, for that platinum. Also, while you're across on the website, with it being Tuesday, we've got £10, $10, €10 Tuesday. We have got some epic products across there, a number of which have already sold out, unfortunately. However, there's still some cracking ones there for you to take advantage of. There is a Totally Tiffany rotating design board that is there. We have then got our Nancy tote bag that is there as well. We've got some pads there, paper pads. We've got some dies there as well. You can then just have a look there when it comes, of course, to our website, which is .co.uk.com.eu. So you can see there, £10 Tuesday. There is all of the items. I've got, oh, the design board's gone. It's gone. If you managed to get, so is the tote bag. My gosh, you guys must have just sold that out within just not that long ago from before going live here on Launch Party. So well done if you've managed to get your hands on these. There is still loads more there for you to check out. What I would say though, if you are platinum, those £10, $10, €10, that actually comes down to $7.50. So if you are platinum, therefore you're getting 25% off, 25% off that 10 is $7.50. incredible. So if you want to multi-buy when it comes to those paper pads that we've got still remaining, you absolutely can do, but that's there on the website for you to take advantage of. So you've got that £10 Tuesday. It is going to end midnight tonight, your time, and then of course you've got that Club Inspire. Club Inspire, that incentive is running all the way throughout this week as well. So you know that you're going to be able to take advantage of maybe some things that will pop up during the week on Crafters TV. Now that I've done all of those bits out, we can get started when it comes to, of course, launch party. We've been together all day again. We're not finished just yet. Jan's back for the next couple of hours, and it's Jan with the launch party.
Hello.
Hiya.
Yeah, it seems like a really long break, that middle one, doesn't it? Because we only get an hour between the shows in the morning. The 2 hours at this time of day just seems like a really long one. So yeah, had a bit of something to eat, had a chat to everybody, and we're all raring to go again. So I'm really looking forward to getting a little bit more depth into this mini memories that we've got on tonight. So we're going to base some of the demos around that. And if you weren't watching earlier, like I said, this is actually a relaunch, which is very unusual for us to have a relaunch of a product because it was so popular and the demand for it is there. And just to mention at this point that in a couple of weeks' time, we're going to add another craft along. Now, when it launched last year with Leanne, I think Debbie Fisher did a craft along with it to go alongside it. But it is a good almost 18 months ago, so we thought we'd completely refresh the system. We're going to show you some of the demos tonight, show you how that sort of system works, and then in a couple of weeks' time, on the 8th of August, I'm going to come back with a chance to actually craft along and make it with us. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that because I do love the construction side of crafting, and this just makes it so straightforward.
It really, really does. So before we dive into that mini memories, we've got lots of you tuning in. Quite a lot of you stateside have got us on one device, and then you've got HSN with Sarah on the big screen. Some of you have got it the other way around. But you know what? If you are watching Sarah, it's always lovely to see that you're still watching us as well. The great thing about technology devices all across the globe is you can do that. We've got Grace on the socials this evening. We had Rachel for the first couple of shows. Now Grace has taken over. Lois is in saying, good afternoon, everyone from Ohio. We've got Samantha saying, well, look who's early. You were early. A few of you were early, weren't you? Ready to go, watching as to what we're going to be bringing to you. Tim C is saying, hi all from a beautiful Nottinghamshire. Hope everyone is well. I'm well. Jan, are you well?
I'm good, thank you.
You're good. Jamie, are you well? He's very good. Johnny, are you good? Yeah, he's very well as well. Barbara R is saying hello everyone from Indiana. Betty Weaver is saying hello from Idaho. We've got Rosanna saying hello, Jan, Craig, our social media superstar, which is Grace. We've got our awesome CCTV team and all the crafty friends. We do also have Tracy and Liv just going back and forwards, giving us a helping hand out there as well. We've got Carletta is saying hello everyone from Arkansas. You can't say it without saying Arkansas now. I just can't. It's impossible. Even if I'm at home and I see it popping up on, I don't know, my iPad or TV or something, I think of Arkansas. Paul Peterson is saying hello from South Texas. It's only 104 degrees Fahrenheit.
Only.
Or 40 degrees Celsius. I know. Nothing compared to our British weather, that's for sure. Betty Weaver is one that's saying Sarah and HSN on the TV with Craig and Jan on the laptop. Kirsty D is saying good evening everyone. Olga is saying hello from work, that's where she's watching. Barbara R is saying lovely dress, Jan. Faye Park saying Jan, you're looking lovely, really well.
Oh,
Victoria is saying Jan, you're looking fabulous. Lots and lots and lots of love for Jan. Victoria is also saying greetings from Lancashire. Victoria is also saying, and Craig, handsome as ever. Bless you. Thank you very, very much. Shut up, Johnny. Shut up. Shut up, Johnny. Shut up. Right. If there is any questions, anything you want to ask, get them across to Grace and then we'll fire them across to Jan throughout this show as well. Would you guys in the gallery shut up? Right, mini memories, 9-piece collection here. As Jan said, this was a relaunch. It officially, properly launched at the weekend on Saturday with Lily and of course with Michelle. So £66.99 or $79.95. Your platinum price usually would be $53.59 or $63.96. Now, today, that is going to be your gold members price. For you guys that are platinum, that's going to come down to $50.24 or $59.96. Everyone, if you're in Club Inspire, will then get double points on that one as well. So, mini memories. Jan's going to go over this and do a lovely demonstration just shortly. We did have a look at these within Wake Up Call as well. Template form that I won't spiel into too much because again we'll let Jan do that. But this is all about the construction of the template here. Now when it comes to these are giving you the elements to create the drawers. Now a few of the templates that you get included are what you're going to need to do the drawers. What you're then going to be getting is you're going to be getting the outer drawer and casing as well. All of these are titled on the templates. They always tell you where to score into glue as well. Then we've got our spine work. This is going to be the spine for your mini memories. What you're then going to get is your pocket page. So it's not just a way to create and keep the memories. If you want to do little pockets for little photos or tags, you can do that, but you've got the ability to do that within that one there. Then when it comes to the little folio binder, that's included as well. You've even got your little circular aperture that enables you to then of course use your finger just to take out that memory book if you're wanting to, or you might just want to use that in other ways to do storage of maybe certain stamps or your foam pads, but that's a nice one to have. Then we're going to go into the dies. We've got our page edges. Now when it comes to the pages of your mini memories, if you want to have that decorative edge, you can use these ones. Have them straight if you wanted to, or use these in your daily crafting. That's up to you. Then what you're also going to get is the index pages. The index pages are going to enable you, you know what it's like, you know in your folios, you know when you've got all your sheets, your work all sorted out, you've got the index pages, you can do that yourself when it comes to your memory albums. That's included as well. We're also then going to give you the flip book die set. Now this is going to enable you to create exactly that, the flip book that will work in conjunction with your mini memories. You might want to use it as a standalone. Lots and lots of lovely, useful, kind of that torn edge matte and layer dies as well that you might want to use on their own. That's in there. What we're then giving you is the spine and the binding die as well. So it creates the spine, but then if you want to bind it together in that more professional way, like the old style way, you can do. That's in there. And then you're also going to get your decorative accessories. All of these are going to be those accessory ways to decorate once you die cut and start to fill your pages. That's not it. You're then going to get all of your corners are well. Now these are strong, thick metal corners there, really do make a feature on the edges of your box, your storage box, or of course within the memory albums. And then when it comes to the drawers, should you actually use the drawer, either singly or in conjunction with the whole collection, they're in there as well, including the little pins. All of those workings are coming included. Jan said it is a relaunch from around about a year ago, just properly relaunched on Saturday there. However, what you wouldn't have got on Saturday was that extra 5% discount, or of course the double points, or of course that free gift as well. So at the weekend you were thinking, I like that idea, I don't know whether I should just yet. Now is definitely the chance with these extra benefits as well. Remember, if you are platinum, that's then going to come down to £50.24 or $59.96. Everyone gets double points. If, of course, this is your very first order after joining Club Inspire, then, of course, instead of getting that usual 20% discount, you're then going to get that 25% as well. So lots of areas to grab discounts as well as picking out items on the website. Just to say the G2 is back in stock. That's your first order. 25% off a G2, or if you're platinum again, 25% off a G2. Wow. Probably go through that later on. This is all about the memory albums. You've seen what you've got, you've seen that price, you want to see what you can create. So Jan, it's over to you.
Right, so when I got all this at home, when I got over all the excitement of the idea of it, I had a go at putting together the concept basically. So in your kit, you're going to get Mylar templates like Craig's just gone through. So the first one that we showed you makes that beautiful sort of outer casing. So if you have a look at my sample here, you can see that I've got the cube at the top, which is 5 1/4 inches square, and then you get separate templates to make the drawer, which slides in almost a little bit like a matchbox cover, but it has a back on it to stop the drawer going all the way through, and then you can stick them together to make the taller tower, which we decided, I think we measured it at 6 3/4 inches in total. And then inside here you've got options again with the templates, with all the dies and everything, to make the accessories. So it fits two beautifully of the little file folders, and you can see how they're made. And I'm going to do one of these in the first demo just to show you how simple they are to put together. Now, it may be that you want to use these in conjunction with your housing, but we said earlier, you know, they'd be great for just storing things in your craft room. Things like embossing folders would stand in here. You could have one for categories, so you might have embossing folders that have butterflies on. Put a little butterfly on the front. You might have embossing folders that have flowers on. Put a little flower on the front to show you. So yeah, you could have these sort of stacked up on your shelf in the craft room. But ideally, this was designed to sort of go in here, and I've got two of these have just fit nicely, and you can see the rest of the housing now, how it's actually gone together. Really, really straightforward. Now, this is the bit that I'm going to concentrate on when we do the craft along in a couple of weeks' time. I had a look at all the different pieces, and I thought, to be honest, we'll start with the construction side of it. And then on your packaging, there is a link on all the packaging here at the top. With you know, if you actually type this into your search engine, it will take you to our website and a series of videos. And there is a video for each element of the collection. So there's a short video. They're done by our David over in the States, who's brilliant at doing them. And he shows you how to put the cube together. The separate video shows you how to do the drawer casing. Another one shows you how to put the file folders together, and so on. So this link, you can just scroll down. They're not long videos. They've been put you know, on a speed so that you can see clearly what's happening. That was my port of call when this came through, because I'd not used this before. So I went on here and had a look at the videos. That was the first thing I did, and it was a great sort of learning experience. Once we've done the shows, you had Michelle all day on Saturday with the launch for this. Obviously, we're adding to it today. You've got the craft along in a couple of weeks' time. You've got our shows that you can watch back as many times. You can pause us, you can mute us, whatever you want to do with it to follow the demos. And then inside there, you've also got sets of dies which will make you your little mini books. So if you like making memory albums or mini books or brag books or anything like that, you've got everything you need in that pack to make these. So you can see the one with the decorative edges. You've got a choice of 6 different edges. I just chose one of them for mine, and I've used that lovely sort of shaped edge, and I've done the same one on each page. You can just see there they all match, but any of those, or you could do a mixture of them in there. And then the spine, the pages, you've got the die for the pages, and you've got the spine element. And what they've done this time, when we launched our other memory collection, it had a big piece of metal that had got about 6 spaces for the pages. What Leanne's done this time is she's created them individually. So you could have a book that just has the 3 pages in, or you can just keep sticking these together and it can go. You could have a book that's the whole width of your cube that just slots in one go. So again, lots of different options with that one. And then you've got your flip book, which we're going to come on to later in this show. I'm going to demo this one for you. And I love this aspect. Again, if you like doing scrapbooking, or if you love those sort of brag books and things, it folds up to a 5-inch square, okay? But you can put this together in any way that you wish. So you can see that you've got lots and lots of spaces for photos. I've just done a little tuck spot where you could have a free photo in here if you wish. It opens again. It opens again. It opens again.
So good.
So again, you know, as much, you could add another one on here if you wish. You could just stop at the 4 pieces. Again, they're all separate pieces. They're all done with this die, which I'm going to show you later in the show. And again, you know, you've got that ability to create all this space to add photos in. The little embellishments are from the embellishment set. You can see here, if I bring this one in, we've got the little frame. It's got a tag in there with a little insert. The little flowers are from there. The hinges that I put on the scrapbook. All the different elements, and it's just a joy to have a play with. It really is. So for this first demo, I thought we'd start fairly straightforward, and we're going to make one of the little file folders.
Oh, brilliant.
And it really is quite simple to do. Now, my hardware, I put the handle on the box here, on the drawer. Now, you can put the corners on the back of your box. I wouldn't recommend putting them on the front. If I lay this down so that you can see on the overhead, if you put them here, if you look at the shape of those corners like this, you're going to take up a space in the corner which will stop this from sliding in there properly. So if you're going to use them on your boxes, I would put them on the back corners to protect them. I chose to put mine on the bottom of my file folders just as added decoration, and then I've got the little drawer handle at the bottom. So much fun to have a play with. So what we're going to do, oops-a-daisy, flying away because it didn't have any weight in there, put that back in. We're actually going to take the one that's got all the file folder templates in. I'm going to move all the rest of them out of the way. And in here, these are all Mylar templates rather than dies. And that allows us to bring you the collections at a much more affordable price, because these are a lot less expensive than paying out for the metal. And you can imagine some of these pieces are quite big, so to have big open dies, it's going to add to that price. So you've got one that does the pocket page in this particular collection. And what I did with that one, just for this instance, is I've popped it on the back of my box. So you can see here, but you can actually make your albums with the little pocket pages and then pop your photo mats in the pocket. So if you had it this way with the spine at this side, you've got all the little photo mats to make those as pages. Yeah. Lots and lots of different ways. We're not going to use that one in this instance. You've also got your spine cover, which if I just grab my little booklet again here, this is the piece that goes around here. So you've got the spine section to cover all the workings of the pages inside. And then it cuts a square piece. And if you want to stop there, absolutely fine. What I did was use the same edges that I used on the pages and just created this shape off the edge of here on the front and the back, so that it just echoed what I'd done on the book. Again, lots of choices, and that's what I like. We're actually going to use these 2 pieces. So we've got here box file, box file. It couldn't be simpler than that. And these are a template that you can draw around and cut out, either with your scissors, or if you want to sort of do all the straight edges with a guillotine and then just do the fussy bits with scissors afterwards. So you will need 2 sheets of cardstock unless you're using an A3 piece, or possibly get them out of a 12 by 12. But it wants to be something reasonably weighty. I've used our multi-purpose card in the 300 GSM. If you were watching this morning, we used the matte black card, which was also 300 GSM. So what I would suggest is that you choose some of the sides and line those up, because you know that your card's been cut straight. Instead of plonking it in the middle and having all the sides to cut round, use a couple of the sides of your cardstock to get your straight lines and make sure that it's all there. And then the first thing you're going to do is draw around it. So I've just got pencil on the white card. I used a white crayon for you this morning on the black so that you could see what I was doing. If you wish to pop your spray temporary adhesive on the back of these so that you know that they're sticking in place, absolutely fine. I tend to just hold it in place and draw around it. It's not going to go very far. The dotted lines are score lines. Okay, that's a little bit difficult for you guys to see on there, but there is like a dotted line all the way down. Now, you can fill it all in, but all I tend to do is just mark the top and the bottom, the top and the bottom, and then I've got a vertical one as well, so I'm going to come across here and here.
Yeah, because you just need the start and end point, don't you?
Pretty much to line up on your scoreboard, yeah? So then, you know, you could cut the straight edges with your guillotine or your trimmer if you wish, or you can use your scissors and cut them out. So I just cut them out by hand, and that left me this piece here, which you can see. You've got this one.
Yeah.
Now, what I did for the little circle hole, and again, you don't have to have this. You can keep this. It's like a little finger pull, but you could keep this flat and put a decoration on the edge of it here. It doesn't have to have the hole in it. But I've just literally popped that on. Jamie's just saying you could use the little handles to pull them out. That would match nicely if you'd got one on the drawer as well. See, we're going to make a crafter
We
out
are
of him,
indeed.
yeah,
We're going to get him on.
I was saying earlier that I'm going to have him over here. He's like, oh, I don't know about that. But he's on it already.
Yes.
So I've just traced the circle. And again, you've got options with this. Now, I'm not particularly good with a craft knife. So our swivel one was designed for this perfectly because you've got that facility for the blade to move with you when you cut. Now, I wasn't keen on that idea because I knew I'd make a mess of it. So out came my little nesting dies. I use these over and over. These are our stitched nesting dies. And honestly, I use these such a lot and just discovered that this one is just about the right size. So if you've got these, if you've got the stitched edge circles, it's not the smallest one, it's the next one up. Okay, if you've got any other circle dies, it doesn't matter if it's not quite the right size. If it's a wee bit bigger or a wee bit smaller, it's not the end of the world, as long as you've got that little finger pull there. And that's what I've done. I've put my die on here, I drew round it, lined up the die, popped it through the machine and cut it out with that. And then I've taken the next one up and I've cut out a little frame using the two here. Like we were talking earlier, Craig, about edging any apertures. Yeah. So you can see on mine here that once I've got the paper in place, I've just got like the little reinforcer. It also covers up a multitude of sins if things don't quite line up properly, because it does happen. It happens to us even though we do this for a living. So that's how I've arrived at that piece. I'll hang on to that for a second. Pop those back. And then you're going to do exactly the same with the second piece. Now you will need another piece of card. It didn't quite fit on here. You've got a little bit of overlap. So I've actually done, when I did the two folders like this, I used 3 pieces of cardstock. So I used one each for the large template, and then this one will fit twice on another piece of card, okay? And again, once we've got that one done, you can see here, I've just cut them out ready just to try and get a step ahead. So following the template now, following those little lines that I've done, I'm going to bring in the scoreboard, and this is where this line comes in really, really useful. Again, pop it up to the edge of your scoreboard. Now, I checked all these and measured them, and the majority of the glue tabs are 1/2 inch wide. Okay, so I know straight away, and I can see where my pencil lines are, that they line up with that 1/2 inch score line. Absolutely fine. And then I can see now, I'm just going to choose, you know, if it's not quite lined up properly, that's where the black line comes in, because now I can see perfectly that that's lined up. And I'm just going to bring that second vertical score line. Then I need to turn it. If I look at my my sample here, we need a score line all the way across the bottom. So again, I've just made the little marks, lined them up with that black line in the middle. The reason we do that is because if you're trying to work here, think, right, I've got it. I've got that one lined up. But you don't know what the other half. You can bring your score tool down and you can do this and you can line it up. Then I've forgotten which line I've used up here. It's just nice and straightforward to have that black line. I know that that's perfectly straight, and then I can add my score line in there. So that's the first one. The second one, when I look again, I've got 2 vertical and 1 horizontal. So again, I know that that glue tab is 1/2 inch. Okay, I'm going to move it across and line this one up in the middle. And then I'm going to rotate and just do that long line across the edge. Okay? Now on your templates, the whole of these tabs are glue tabs. Okay, if you were watching earlier this morning, we had some that said fold. And I'm not going to confuse the issue with this one. If you have a look back at Wake Up Call, I explain as to what those are for. But these are all glue tabs, and so is this one. So the next thing I need to do is add, well, I'm going to fold it first and burnish those score lines, and then we're going to add some tape. Now, my choice for this was to use the red line tape. It's lovely and strong, and it gives you a really nice finish. Okay, now if you're not, comfortable with how quick the red line tape grabs, then I would use red line, but I would just add a little bit of wet glue over the top of the tape, and that's going to give you that few seconds to wriggle things into place.
Excellent.
Okay, so all I'm going to do is make sure that all of these lines are folded and then burnished. It just teaches that cardstock to remain in that angle that you've got it to. I think I've missed one on that one, just there. Now, when you're doing this, make sure that everything's folded nice and straight. I can see that my score line continues nicely here, that you've not gone on a wonk with it. It will help when you come to line it up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab some red line tape.
Okay.
And again, I said the tabs were 1/2 inch, so this is the perfect size for it. It's almost as if it's been thought through. And we're going to go right across the bottom. Now, you can do this before you cut your notches in, and this sort of cut a step out here. Because I've gone right across, I need to recut this. But if you do the tape first and then cut your notch out, it sort of saves you a step. So again, wherever you've got a glue tab on your template, you're going to add your red line tape, okay? And again, just down the edges, because this is going to join the whole two pieces together to create one long piece, like so. And then the same on this one. And then we're going to start adding things together, okay? So, first job then, this is going to go together like so, to make one big long piece. And you can see we've got a back or a front, a side. This is technically the back, and then the other side. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the glue off my glue tab here. And I'm just going to, now I'm going to turn it round purely because I'm right-handed. I find it easier to work this way onto the piece here. So again, I've got the whole thing lined up. You want to work up to this score line, not over it. Okay. And that's really important, because if you go over the score line, when you fold this together, you're going to have a piece of this sticking up past your edge of your box. So again, line it up nicely. Make sure that that horizontal one is running parallel, okay? And once it's in place, and you can see now that we've got that nice, neat edge on there, okay? And then we're going to do the same. This one is going to come round, and you can see this, we're nearly there. It really is that simple for these. Fun together. So again, just going to take off my liner, and then this time, I'm going to make sure that that's folded in. I'm going to bring this one round, and again, I want to work to make sure that those score lines match at the bottom and that it lines up nicely at the top, just up to the edge of that line, that fold. Not over, it wants to be nice and neat here. Give it a little bit of a burnish with your fingers. And then all we've got left now to do is to pop the two sides in. Oops, I didn't cut my little V out of there. Where are we? I just need to cut that bit out. As I say, if you do this before you notch it, you can do that all in one step. Okay, so again, these in, this one in, and then this one's going to close to create the base. So what I tend to do is do the sides first, take the liner off these, and then I'm going to stick the other edge to this one. So I want to create that corner here, okay? And then once I've done that, we can take that last piece of liner off. And, ooh, don't let me down now. Where's it gone? There's always one bit that gets stubborn, isn't there? Ooh, you're right over there, Craig. I thought he was running tombola then. What number is it? What did we win?
It's 11.
Right, there we go. We got it from that side. So then we're just going to bring this one, and this should line up nicely now on the bottom. And you can see now we've got the basis of the folder. So what I'm going to do next then is I've just brought in some papers from those new Christmas paper pads. So this one was the Christmas cheer. And this measures now, we've got on here that 5 inches. Oh, sorry, just over 5 1/8 here.
Okay.
Okay, and we've got the height of it at 5 1/8. So I've cut my square pieces 1/4 inch smaller, as you would normally mat and layer. Okay, and all I'm going to do is hold this in place now, and I'm just going to mark with my pencil about the same distance in from the top and bottom, and then I just need to grab my guillotine. If you draw a line with your ruler, you could actually do this with your scissors, but I'm going to pop them together. The only thing that you need to remember when you're putting them together is they're going to go on opposite sides, so you need to invert one. Put them together, and then if I can see where I've just done my pencil lines, which one was it on? Oh.
Hunt the pencil line.
Where's it gone? Do you know? There it is, got it.
Found it.
So yeah, just make sure that they're lined up. And then we're going to pop this in the guillotine, and I'm going to go from that pencil line to that pencil line on the edge. I've just lined it up with the edge of my guillotine there. And we're going to take both of those pieces off. Be nice and confident. And then we've got the right shape to fit on one side.
Cool.
And then this one, because if we'd have left them the other way, you'd have ended up with a piece that looks like this. But because we turned it over and inverted it, you've got the right one to go on this side. Okay, so I'm going to stick those on there in a second. I've got a little tiny piece that's going to go on the back here. And then for the front, if you've popped the hole in it, okay, I've measured what would be my mat layer. And then if you just use your little dotty tape pen, just a little tiny bit, top and bottom, I'm going to secure it in place just with those few dots where I want it to sit, like so. Turn it over, and again I'm going to draw inside and trace the circle. Okay, because we've only used a few dots, we can take this off, and then I can position my die back in like so, and we can cut that out. So what I'm going to do, Craig, is I'm going to hand back to you for a couple of seconds.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to die cut this, and I'm going to stick these in place, which you don't need to see me stick all the mats and layers on, and then I'll show you the finished bit and what we're going to do with the extra little circle, yeah?
Absolutely, yeah. We've got lots of you tuning in, just saying, you know, you love it when we're all on, but you love it when Jan's in, and you make the most of the time as to pick up on any of our hints and tips. We do also have got, so go back to where I first left off before. We've got Hannah is saying, Craig, I have to say, I really loved the glasses. I hope you managed to rest a little bit yesterday. I did have a rest, thank you very much. Yeah, just a little bit of a busy weekend, just kind of took it out of me, but the team looked after me yesterday and covered, well, thanks to Lily. Lily covered Monday Makers for me last night. But yeah, feeling absolutely fine. The glasses, as I said over the weekend, the glasses come out when Craig's just a little bit tired. That tends to be the telltale sign. But a lot of lovely comments on the glasses, funny enough. So maybe I'll need to start. I really should be using them and wearing them a lot more when it comes to reading or watching TV or driving. So maybe I should start. Yeah, driving. Yeah. Maybe I should wear them when I'm driving, just to say, yeah, no, I'm good at driving. I can see, but it's just recommended that it's. I don't know why they recommend when I can see absolutely fine when it comes to driving.
That's
no
where I
accidents
need my most. I use my glasses most.
Yeah.
I very rarely drive without them. That's how I noticed that I needed glasses, because I was like squinting away at all the roadsides thinking, what had happened?
Is that green or is that red?
I do not drive at 100 miles per hour, Jamie.
Yes, Jamie.
He's cheeky, isn't he?
Don't go there, Johnny. We've then got Wendy Graham is saying, good evening. I made my first Christmas card today with a Christmas tree die. I'm quite pleased with it, but need to put a sentiment on it. That's lovely to hear. It's lovely when you get that confidence, when you're pleased with what you've made as well, because it's all about your time that you're spending. Sitting, relaxing, getting creative, and the main thing is you're happy with it at the end of the project, and that is what counts. See, Newkirk is saying, hello everyone from Missouri. I'm trying to watch this show on my phone and have Sarah on HSN and on the TV live. You're probably not going to hear much of us because you know how loud Sarah is. We can hear her next door.
I'm going to say I can hear Sarah from the other side.
You'll probably be able to hear her. You'll probably be able to hear her. So there's a few questions coming through. So what I'll do, like I done earlier on, is once we come to do a little recap with Jan, I'll fire these questions across. We've got Red Panda is saying, oh, this would be perfect for making my project scrapbook. Been wanting to do it for a while. Excellent, yeah, go for it. We've got Rhonda Crowley saying, love, 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 making albums. We've got Joyce is saying, oh, that is so cool. We've got, are you going to make an appearance? No, she's not. Just about. As I said earlier on, we've got Liv is in with our mum again, Tracy, and she's made us a lovely cup of tea. She's looking after us. She's spoiling us, isn't she? She really is spoiling us. She's looking after us. She can come back. Johnny's wanting her as like an assistant because she makes good cups of tea. We've got Charlotte is saying, Everett, do you know, she's been going about, you know, Tracy's been saying, oh, can you get such and such product? And she's there, bang. Yeah. In the print, she knows it all. She's picked it up really quickly, hasn't she? Yeah. She really, really has. Yeah. Charlotte Everett saying, good evening, all my crafty lovelies from Herne Bay. And Lois is saying, great tips today. Thank you, Jan. You're welcome. I'm just going to finish this off now. I've literally just, all I've done is I've used my all-purpose glue. Again, this strengthens everything. I tend to refer to it sometimes as construction glue because it sets so hard. It's almost like putting another piece of cardstock between your paper and your project because you've got a real good, firm, sometimes it's referred to as rubber cement because it literally does provide that strength. And you know, when I was doing this earlier and I was knocking it about and giving it a good old battering, it really is strength, and it's the glue that helps. And then all I'm going to do, that little die cut that we made at the beginning, and again, it just allows, if you've not quite got this straight or if you're not quite happy with the positioning, what it does is just cover up a multitude of sins. So I've just cut that out of the white card. I'm literally going to pop that along here and it just finishes it off nicely and seals everything inside. Okay, so you've got that gorgeous little folder. This one's been done in the Christmas papers. And again, that's designed to sit in here perfectly. That's so smart. Okay, and you've got room to have a second one, or you could have an album at the side of it. You could have two skinny albums at the side of it. So many different computations of it. It really is a case of let your imagination go wild. My memory go wild. I don't know where that came from. I blame everything on my age now. It's good to have it. It's like everything goes on my head. Do you know, we went somewhere the other day and I got in on a senior citizen concessionary rate. It was on the price list where we went, and I says, I qualify for that now. And the woman looked at me, gone out. I says, seriously, I do. I says, I can show you my driving licence. She, oh, no, I believe you. Oh. And I'm like, concessionary rate, yeah. And I got a free meal thrown in as well. Oh, well then. It was brilliant. I was like, oh, I could get used to this. Yeah. Anyway, we digress again, don't we? So well, yeah, it's nice you got the shocked look. It's nice that you got the shocked look. Yes. Instead of being like, oh, yeah, I could tell you. Yeah, or her asking me, did I want senior citizen rate, yeah. So yeah, I just think these are so cool. If you want to pop something a little bit heavier in, what I would suggest is just cutting another piece of your white card and dropping it into the bottom, which will reinforce it even more so. It's not really necessary if you've used the 300 GSM card, but if, for example, you were going to stack a set of embossing folders in here, like I'd suggested, or we talked earlier about the CDs are probably just the right size to go in there. So if you've got a fair few that you like to use in your craft room, you could store them in here. But yeah, if you just cut a piece that's slightly smaller than your base, and again, I would use the all-purpose glue and just drop it into the bottom. It covers up all the workings in the bottom and it will strengthen
the bottom of it. So yeah, really, really cute, aren't they?
It is really, really cute. And even doing something as you've just done there, Christmas theme, you know, for the kiddies at Christmas time or that, you know, the little makes in there, the little sweeties, anything like that. Maybe a few of them lined up when it comes to Christmas Eve as well. A really nice set there. That is your mini memories. Let's have another quick look through that full collection that you are going to be getting. Because remember, if you did go for this at the weekend, brilliant, excellent, although what you'll have not got is the extra Club Inspire extras. So you are going to be getting your decorative accessories. Not only that, you're then going to be getting the spine work. You're then also going to be getting that flip book. We're then also going to be giving you the index dies as well. You're then also going to be getting the page dies. So that is all your dies to do the edges and the decoration and some of the additional fun parts for your photos. What you're then going to get is, that's what Jan was just showing you how you get creative with there. So you've then got that kind of like folio template. You've got the accessory template. You've then got your one to do the spine work for the memory book. You're then going to be getting the outer casing and the drawer. You can see how many templates you are getting. You're getting loads and loads of these ones. All of these are coming your way. You're also then going to be getting your hardware handles as well. And then not only that, you're going to be getting that 3D box corner as well. All of that is your mini memories. It's your 9-pack. However, in total, it's giving you 38 dies. You're getting 9 templates. You're getting the corners. You're getting the handles. $66.99 or $79.95. Now, if you are gold member, you're going to be $53.59 or $63.95.96. However, if you are platinum, that's then going to come down to $50.24 or $59.96. You're also going to get your double points on that, but not only that, you're also going to get that free gift as well, because it's over at £10, $10 or €10. You don't need to do anything. That badge will be popped into your order from the guys and the girls in the warehouse. Right, we've got a few other things to show you when we come back. What we will do after this VT, I'll fire these questions across to Jan. I'll have a little recap of a few things, and then we'll crack on with another demonstration with Jan. But here is all about us on Crafters TV on this video.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right? Should be coming in. Should be coming. What does she do? Exactly how he looks.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Club Inspire Week is finally here. Yes! And to thank you for your loyalty, we've got an amazing week lined up. From the 24th till the 30th, you'll get double points on all orders, an extra 5% off everything. That's on top of your usual Club Inspire discount. And a free gift when you spend over 10. And not just any free gift, this limited edition Club Inspire pin badge. Hang on a minute, whoa, whoa, whoa! You're not a member? Well, now's the perfect time to sign up for free. Club Inspire Week. Find out more at the Crafters Companion website.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get social with us. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, on your TV or tablet, you can get so close to the action, it's like you're in the studio with us. You can ask questions about products or crafty techniques. Get hints and tips from our expert demonstrators. Plus, share pictures of your crafty makes with our amazing community. Crafters TV, getting you closer to the crafty action.
Right, we've got a few of these questions. So what we will do is I'll just fire them across to Jan just now. So we've got Samantha Cheney saying, she's asking me, I'll ask Jan, Craig, what size does the drawer box end up being when it's assembled?
I think we did measure it this morning, but I'll just have a little look at this one. The whole thing is based on the fact that the file folders, it's like a 5 by 5, so the whole thing is 5 1/4 inches to allow for those things to go inside. So the cube at the top is 5 1/4 inches square, and then this part is added on, so it's actually stuck to the bottom of the cube. So it's still 5 1/4 inches, and it's about 1 3/8, almost 1 1/2 inches deep, which means that we've extended this top piece now to 6 3/4. So 6 3/4 tall, 5 1/4 across, and the drawer element is just under 1 1/2 inches. The drawer itself is about 1 1/4 inches, so that you've got that movement to get in and out. Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's great. Thank you for that one. We've also got Michelle Harris is saying, what is the height of the file folder?
The file folder, again, it's all based around those measurements. So we've got 5 1/4, which is just a shade, just a tad under, because then these are made, remember I said this was 5 1/4 square, so these are made to just slot inside there. So you've got that 5 1/4, and they are 2 3/8 wide.
Perfect. Yeah. And our last one for now, we've got YOU Expressions by Candy is saying, question. I always think of Beyonce whenever I say that. Question. Do you need to add tacky glue when you are gluing cardstock to linen paper?
Linen paper, do you mean the textured linen cardstock? Mm-hmm. Can you just clarify that a little bit?
Yeah, if you can do.
If you're using a linen fabric, that's a whole different ball game, and we do a range of fabric glues that would work for that. But if it's the linen cardstock, anything that's paper or cardstock, I use my Collal all-purpose, okay? Unless it's a shiny surface. So if I'm sticking to mirror card, I would probably go more with the tape runners, purely because the solvent in this can damage the coated cardstock. So for something like a nice shiny mirror card, if you had some of the glue, what I call the Mayo technique, where it squidges out the side, it can damage the surface on your cardstock. So at that point, I would probably go to either a double-sided tape or the tape runners for that. But everything else, you know, all the cardstock, the paper to cardstock, this is perfect, and it doesn't ruttle the card. I used to get really frustrated when I first started out crafting about the paper ruttling, and I could never get it flat. I used to have to sandwich it under books. I'd even tried running it back through the machines, and I could never get it straight. And what it is the tacky glue, the PVA, is water-based. Yeah. So the water seeps into the fibres of your paper, and it ruttles it. And you cannot get rid of it no matter how hard you try. So yeah, this one is your perfect choice for paper to cardstock, I think.
Perfect. And one more's just come in there. I'll just fire it across while it's here, and then we can move on to the next bits. Laurie is saying, how many, I suppose this will differ on the project you make, but sorry, that was around. That's not the question, by the way. How many picture pages can you add without it being wonky? I'm not sure if that's a memory book you mean,
it shouldn't go wonky. This is what I mean about taking your time with it and lining things up. You know, when you're sticking things together, make sure that everything's running nice and straight. You can see that mine's sort of like, you know, it's not, you've not got a page sticking out at an angle. It's worth taking your time. Now, I made this purposely with 3 pages in. So I've actually got the inside cover, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 8 spaces for photos there. And I deliberately did that so that it fit in the little file folder. Now there's probably enough there to get another one on. And this is what I meant earlier about when Leanne designed that spine piece, which is in the page spine and binding here. This one piece makes one of the spines for the pages, and then you stick them together. So if you wanted to make a book that was maybe, I don't know, you'd probably get 6 or 8, so that your book was this wide with all the pages inside, all you would do is repeat the process and just stick the spines
Keep
together
going.
and add your pages on.
Yeah.
Shouldn't go wonky if you're careful lining everything up. As I say, when you're working on projects like this, it's worth taking your time and making sure that things, you know, go in the right place.
Absolutely, absolutely. And a really good idea from Suzanne going on that last demonstration that Jan just done there. You could put your Christmas napkins in there for the Christmas buffet table.
Absolutely, yeah. You could do the theme to match what you've got at Christmas. Yeah, I love that idea, yeah.
I love that idea as well. All these different things that you can do. And then do you know what? You can then start to get more creative when it comes to the scoring, the extras, when it comes to the Ultimate Pro. Now, we've got that Ultimate Pro for you guys at home. This is your Explorer kit. Now, it's the Ultimate Pro. You're going to get the free boxer board and a free tape pen too. $39.99 or $69.95. Now, if you're a gold member, then you're going to be $31.99 or $55.96. Now, if you are platinum, then that's going to come down to $29.99 or $52.46. Plus, you're going to get your double points, and of course, you're then going to be getting, of course, your free gift. Now, it is your Ultimate Pro, this one being your metric, so it is there for you guys stateside to get your hands on as well. We have done many a show when it comes to the Ultimate Pro. Yes, the envelope creator is sort of what catapulted Sarah. However, a lot of us will say it's really the Ultimate Pro that she then came along with, designed with her dad, and it gives you that workstation. Make your cards, fold your cards, score your cards, make your boxes, make your envelopes. You can do all your different concepts like your K cards and pop-out cards. You can then do what I do and always open it the wrong way. All these years later, still enveloper on the top.
1, 2, 3 lift.
Right, I need to remember that.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 lift. Enveloper on the top, 1, 2, 3
Enveloper on the
lift.
top, then you've got 3 layers of it, open up and you're into your accessories.
Right.
I do it wrong, even though I know that, I still get it the wrong way up. Yeah.
Still do it wrong. I'm the same and I still always will do. Even after that great advice, Jan, I'll still open it wrong. You've got your guide, your score tool, you've got your actual blade as well for your paper trimmer. You can just get a replacement one in your DIY store. You've got your little pegs there that are going to enable you to create your bows. On the inside, I showed you a moment ago, this is your box maker on one side. You've got the elements there to score the decorative edges. And then we're going to that additional one. If you do start to use additional embossing boards, you can store some of them in there. For instance, your actual free box board, that's going to go in there if you choose to store it in there. On the opposite side as well, you can make your envelopes and then some more of your embossed detail there. Down here is where you could put the little pegs in to do all of your bows. That's what you are paying for, but for free, what you're then going to be doing is getting your free boxer board. You've got your inches on one side, centimetres on the other side, these little lips top and bottom. These are going to enable you to then just slot into your Ultimate Pro and then use that as your working station. So say 1/8 of an inch on the inches side, and then you've got your centimetres, half centimetres on the additional side. Then if you are doing your boxes, your envelopes, or you just want to be using it for construction, mats and layers, you've got your tape runner as well. Your full tape runner, which is 22 metres in length. Now, as I do always say, standard tape runners out there in the industry are about 10 to 12. My favourite adhesive company, my friends just through in Newcastle, theirs sticks to it. I love theirs. Theirs is even only 12s, and they're a big adhesive brand. Ours is uber strong, and it's 22 metres in length when it comes to that one there. And actually world famous for our tape runners, that's for sure. So you can get your hands on that one, $39.99 or $69.95, with your gold member price at $31.99 or $55.96. Or for you guys, platinum, you're then going to be platinum price at $29.99 or $52.46. Double points and that free gift. Tags for your cards, for your boxes, for your gifts. Well, we've got your out of this world deal, and this really is an out of this world deal because you've got your character gift tags. Now these ones here, you're going to get over 30% saving. You are going to be £30, $40. Your gold member price today is going to be £24 or $32. Your platinum price today, that is then going to be $22.50 or $30. Now that's going to give you the cats. Now you've got the stamp, of the front of the cat and the back of the cat. And then what you've then got, if you then got your little die as well. So that's going to enable you to create the gift tag or the bookmark. These ones, being cheeky like I am, I do like to use mine with just the back of the character on its own. That could be our viewer, that could be Cat Butt. Just saying. That's her name, that's her name, that's all that I'm saying. Cat Butt, if you're watching, it's a good one for you. You've then got the dog. Have I got Dog Butt? Dog Butt, watch. Sorry, Jan. Jan's just taking a drink of her tea as I said that. Sorry. Yeah, don't cut to Jan there.
Crikey, that came down
Do
my
you need a
nose
tissue?
then. Oh, dearie me.
So you've got the dog. Now within all of these ones, you've got these quirky sentiments as well. So you've got the front and the back of the dog. You've got that tag as well. It could do the bookmark, or you can just have some creative fun. You've then got the mouse butt. We'll go mouse butt. No mouse butt? No? Okay, dog. Well, you got the mouse as well.
Going home tonight going, hi, dog butt. Not to the husband, I do have a dog. I better just have that in there. Oh my days. Hi, dog butt. He probably wouldn't even notice.
Oh.
Yeah, which butt's next?
Oh, giraffe butt. We've got giraffe butt watching. We've got giraffe butt.
Crikey.
Fairy butt. We've got fairy butt. Oh, and then we've got elephant butt. Elephant butt there. So, the front and the back and the tag, each of these ones giving you your quirky sentiments as well. 7-piece. Not only that, you're then going to be getting 16 sheets of your Nina cardstock. Now, your Nina cardstock on its own is worth $3.99 or $14. I think Grace is gone as well. $3.99 or $4.99. That's what that's worth, $4.99, sorry. So that, I'd be saying, it's perfect, of course, for your alcohol colouring. So you're going to need that. That's one of these things that you would be buying as extras when it comes to your order, potentially. So you've got that included as well. So that's your 7-piece character gift tags. You've got your Nina cardstock as well. £30 or $40. If you are gold member, then of course you're going to be £24 or $32. However, if you are platinum, if you we're live, Johnny, can't say that. Kill Kim.
Remember you started all this.
I have to read that out, Kim.
Oh dear.
Oh, Kim is saying, and now Craig's waving at a butt in his face.
Oh, I'm actually crying over here.
Oh, your tummy's not the only one that hurts, Jamie.
Right, can we move on from the butts, please?
Oh.
Oh. Oh, bless.
Oh, right. Oh. 5x7. So these are Seasons Greetings inserts here. Now, it's not just Seasons Greetings. You've got the insert pad as well. Now, we've only got the 5x7. So these are 7x10 with the score line that folds down to fit into your 5x7 card. Now, with these ones, these are all on 120 GSM. You are getting 8 verses, and you're going to get 4 of each. 2 are on your heavyweight paper, and then 2 that are on your linen heavyweight paper. So the first 2 is white, the other 2 is the linen. And then when it comes to each one, so the white, 1 is gold, 1 is silver, and then you've got exactly the same with the linen. You've got 1 is gold and 1 is silver. So that runs through every one of the 8 inserts when it comes to that insert pad there. So the all Christmas theme, 32 sheets you've got in there, so 32 of course inserts. You don't just need to use them when it comes to the inserts, you can use them on the front of your cards as well. You can use them in other ways as well. But you've got lots of them there. You've got 32 of them, $9.99 or $12.95. If you are gold member, that's going to come down to $7.99 or $10.36. However, if you are platinum, that's going to come down to $5.99 or $7.77 for $7.77. So that is brand new Christmas verse inserts for this year, 5x7. Use them in many different ways if you want to. You're still going to get the double points on that as well, with the gold and the silver. Really, really key, essential for inserts of your cards, or if you choose to use them elsewhere. You're going to have a look at these ones, Jan, aren't you?
I am, and I'm going to choose to use them elsewhere, of course, yeah? So my apologies, because the one I'd chosen was out of the other pad, but you can do this, what I'm going to do with them, you can do with pretty much any of the verses in that 5x7 pad. So they come to you, like Craig said, as a whole piece. What I've done is I've actually cut mine in half. And I'm going to save this piece because it is really nice quality, you know, paper. So I'm going to save that for something else. And I'm going to work with this piece. Now, I'm actually going to make a piece of home decor and use the verse to actually put inside and be the focal point. So what I've done is I've brought in some more of my nesting dies. And you'll notice there's a theme going on because I love the stitched fancy ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take, which one did I use? I used the largest one there. So I need the next one down.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to cut this out. Now it is only just a fit, but I don't mind that. I've sized it to go in the project that I'm going to make. So I'm just going to take some of that tacky off here and then position this, bearing in mind the cutting edge is round the outside of these dies. Even though it's very close here, we're actually going to make the cut. So just eyeball that and get it as straight as I can. I'm going to look at this edge here and get it straight. Okay.
Okay.
And then tape it in place. And then we're just going to pass this straight through our Gemini. Nice straightforward cut because it's only thin. Okay. Pop the relative shims in. So I've got my frosted shim and my magnetic shim in here. And then we will pop that through our Gemini. And then what I've done is I've cut the largest size of those nesting dies in some craft card. All right, and what we're going to do is just layer those like a normal matten layer. A matten die, made a new word there. But we're just going to layer these up like so. Okay, so move those out of the way. I'm just going to pop the tape pen on the back of here. Okay. And layer that together. Now this is really as simple as it gets for this, and then what I've done is I've made one of my deconstructed frames, which you've seen me do several times now, and back last year I did actually do a craft along on it, and I've actually made myself about a 1/2 inch deep, what did it turn out at, was it 8? Yeah, 8-inch square frame. And I've popped a little piece of paper in the back of here from the Season's Greeting Christmas pad. And then I've just found some out of my stash that sort of echoed that I wanted that nice dark cherry red. Popped all that together, all right, on the craft card as a base. And then this one is going to go in the back here, like so. Now I'm going to pop it on some foam pads because we've got plenty of room. There's a 1/2 inch depth in there. So I'm actually going to pop some of the foam pads on here to raise this element slightly. And we're going to centre this in the middle, and then I've cut out lots of poinsettias and leaves and foliage, and we're just literally going to decorate it up. Now you can use any of your sets. I happen to have one at the side of my desk which was from a very old collection that had the poinsettias in, it had the foliage in, and these little ones are actually the berries. And I thought, actually, they look nice as a little embellishment there. So all I'm going to do is take the backs off here. And because it is going to be a home decor piece and potentially hung, you know, or put in onto a frame easel, I'm going to pop some glue on the back of the pads as well, just so that we've got that ability for the glue to stick to the paper. So it will seep in to that paper and give us a really good bond. So that one's going to go in the back, and just centre that as best I can in the middle of that frame and let that bit dry. And then I went into my bow dies, okay, that we brought out. I think those were last year as well. And I've just made a nice little bow to go on top. So again, I think I'm going to pop a little bit of red line tape. If I've got a thinner one, have I got a narrower one? Yes, I have. So we'll just pop a little bit of that across the back here. Okay. And again, because it's going to go, even though the red line tape is very, very good, it's very, very sticky. Because it's home decor, oh, do you know, there we go. I'm actually going to pop a little bit of glue on as well. And again, we're just going to position that one up at the top, about centre.
I love this.
Like so. And then what I've done with my other die is I've just had a play and made some little clusters of the poinsettias. I've also got some extra snowflakes, which I thought would look nice in there as well. I'm going to put one of those, I'm going to snip one of those and put it popping out of the back of here. And then I've got a little one that maybe come lower down. And then all I've did, to try and just speed things up a little bit, I've just made clusters of these. I've just put it on the back of one of those little circles and actually started popping things together so that we could literally just make it a little bit quicker. So I'm going to use some of our 3D gel to put these on. If you've got a hot glue gun, you could use the hot glue gun, but I just thought for speed here, again, I'm just going to pop some of that gel on and position these around.
That's so pretty.
And I've got some that are just single ones. I thought we'd have one maybe in the bottom there. So again, the gel's ideal for this because you can build up the height and just pop those in to match. So I think that one maybe, let's pop the snowflake behind there first so that I know that that one's going to sit in there.
From an insert pad, now of course I know you've done the box frame in that, Jan, but that is something that would come out year after year.
Yeah.
So imagine if you've made it, passed down of course onto the kiddies and then, you know, the grandkiddies and further on down the line, and it's just such a lovely keepsake. That's something that you've made from scratch as well.
Yeah, yeah. And as I say, you know, just wrap them in bubble wrap and pop them away with your Christmas decorations and, you know, you're good to go. So I think I'll have that one there. As I say, I made loads of flowers. I've got some singles as well. I don't necessarily need to use them all. If I don't use them, I've got a little box at home that has all these in as just extras, and sometimes I dip into that if I want a quick embellishment, but we can actually pop an extra one in there.
Yeah, if you have poinsettia dies or flower dies, it's always nice. Sometimes you want to do something. Maybe you're just sitting watching the TV, you want to do something, you want to get rid of those scraps, just sit and cut them all out, and then put them in a little storage box that you can dip into.
Put the big one up there. And then I've got
Decisions.
This is where it's like step away from the project, Jan. It's like how much do you actually need on one project? So yeah, I'm not going to use the whole lot. I'm just going to add another. And again, I'm being very careful not to cover up the, you know, the detailing on the sentiment. So yeah, you can keep going as much as you wish. I don't want to go overkill with it. I think these two balance each other.
It does.
And then we've got those. I'm going to pop that one in the side there just to match that second one here. And I'm going to leave these and save those for another project. So I'll just make sure I've got the lid on my glue. Just squeezing up that glue so that it makes contact with the lid there.
Did you make the box frame from scratch, or was it a pre-made one? Right here.
No, I actually make them. They're what I call deconstructed ones, because each piece is a separate piece.
Got you, yeah.
And as I say, I've done it on air before as a demo, and we had a lot of interest in it. I mean, we do sell dies that do this, but you're restricted to the size of the die. Whereas this way, you could make this rectangular, you could make 2 long ones and 2 shorter sides. Once you know how it goes together, you can adapt it to pretty much any size at all.
There we go.
Again, you could maybe have a hanging ribbon on this, you could put a back on it like you'd have on a photo frame, or you could just literally pop it on the mantle at Christmas. But it's just one way. Those sentiments in the pads are absolutely gorgeous. And yes, they were designed, the concept is to just fold them in half, pop them inside of your cards, but I just think this gives you extra value when you're looking at buying something along those lines.
Brilliant, beautiful, absolutely incredible. And who would have thought? I know Jan has obviously made that frame, and she said that she'd done it previously. If you wanted to have a look back on her YouTube as to how she's done that, what a nice way to use the inserts. If you do want to just use them within your 5x7 cardstock or your cards, you can do. Remember, you're getting the 32 of them. You're getting 4 of each verse, 8 in total. 2 are on an ivory, 2 are on a white, and within each one is gold, 1 is silver with that decoration. $9.99 or $12.95. If you're a gold member today or this week, while we still have them in stock, you're going to be $7.99 or $10.36. If you are platinum member for today, or of course the remaining of this week while this event's on, you're then going to be $5.99 or $7.77.
I could hear the cogs going then.
Oh yeah. Just went blank there, just went blank. I've been on the ball all day today, just there, top of my head there, but just totally slipped out there at the end there. Now, not only that, have you got your double points as well. Now, for this one, if you are going to be paying one of the club prices, it is then just under that £10. So pop something else in. You've probably already got something else in where you're then going to get that free badge. What I mean by that's the free gift, and if you spend £10, $10 or €10 or more, then you're going to get that free gift straight into your order, which is the badge. Lot of fun and laughter. Beverly is saying, oh my goodness, Jan, I needed that laugh. I love you all. Deborah from Texas is saying, greetings from Texas. I'm late to the party because I was watching Sarah on HSN. Looks like I missed some fun. Yes, you did. Go back afterwards and watch. Charlotte saying, oh my goodness, I needed this laugh. Thank you so much. Kirsty D is just putting a lot of laughing emojis. Samantha's saying, okay, Jan, you've sold me on this collection, so throw in some other items to get the free shipping. Yes! Excellent. We've then got Patricia saying, love that box, Jan, as it's presented in. Michelle is saying, oh, I would love to do more of the home decor projects. Charlotte is also saying, I don't really use my glue gel very much. It's something I should use more. It's also one of those, isn't it, that, you know, we all have our own adhesive that we use a lot of. I like my glue gel, but then I do tend to use my foam pads quite a lot. As Jan was saying, you did say you'd done a box frame or that in the past on Crafters TV.
Yes, I've demoed it previously, and then I can't remember when it was, but I did do a craft along where we actually made one together and decorated the inside of it.
Perfect.
I seem to remember it had one of the I think it had one of the layered sentiments inside. You know, the Home Sweet Home or something like that.
Oh,
I'm fairly certain. It was definitely, I want to say last year. It could have even been the year before. Time flies so quickly. But if you have a look on YouTube, you can actually select craft experts, I believe. And if you have a look through mine, alternatively, if you look through the craft alongs, you might have to go back a while, but you should be able to spot it. I will try and have a look when I get home and see if I can sort of date it as to roughly when it was. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, brilliant, thank you. Lisa, the Ultimate Pro, yeah, you can get replacement clips for the side of it. They were on our website. They were there for you to have a look at. If not, then of course you can then just do, as you said, contact Sharon on customer service and ask them. But yeah, they are like a stock in line for anyone that misplaces theirs, like I do. And Patricia, if you are wanting the Ultimate Pro for the UK, then that one I was showing you, the metric, go for that one, because then that's all size for A4 cardstock. As you said, most of the card that you use now is CC A4 cardstock. So go for that one that I was just showing you before. silver. Both options are there for you to purchase on our website, but for you guys stateside, if you want to, of course, get the measurements for A4 cardstock, which predominantly most of the cardstock you buy nowadays from us is that, then if you go for that one, so hopefully that helps. Right, we're going to have a look at the Spectrum Noir. This is our second edition. This is our collector's edition, second edition, and it's all about the metallic. Now, myself and the beautiful Debbie Robinson, we done first launch or first look, not this weekend, the weekend before, and then we were back together last week where she actually done the official launch day show on these ones here. Now, these are your 9 metallic. Now, it does say 9 tricolours. You're not getting 9 tricolours. It's 9 of your metallic markers in different ranges that you are getting. Now, $24.99 or $29.95. If you are, of course, a gold member, then you're going to be $19.99 or $23.96. If you are platinum, then you're going to be $18.74 or $22.46. You're going to get everything that I'm showing you here. Of course, you get your double points, and then you are going to get your free gift on top of that. Now, this is how these are going to come. Now, you may have already seen some of these pens previously. There's 2 of them that are brand new. Now, what you are going to be getting is your tricolour metallic at the top here. Antique bronze, silver ignot and gold plate. This is the same one that was in the first edition. You can only get this within a special edition. So if you've used your last one or you're just about to use up your last one, going for this is going to ensure that you're getting that extra one. So yes, it's the same one from the first edition, but because there's no way that you can get it individually, the only way is by a special edition, then that just means that you're going to have that extra one to have when the other one runs out. If not, it's already run out by now. Now, what you are also going to get that are brand new are these 2 here. These are your outline pens. Now, you might be familiar with our outline pens where the colour is silver and then the colour of the ink goes around the outside. This one here is brand new. When it lays down, you're going to get gold, and then you're going to get a purple outline, and then you're going to get a teal outline, or the actual names being opulent purple and then pine tree. You are going to get 2 of our glitter pens. You're going to get the golden glow and the moonlit silver. This one's being a couple of the water-based ones, so you can do different techniques if you want. And then we've got our 4 metallic paint markers, 2 gold, 2 silver. Now, within each of these ones, from the gold and the silver, one of them is a 4mm nib, which is kind of like a chisel nib, and then the other one is a 0.7mm nib, which is a really nice fine nib. All of that 9-piece is what you're going to be getting. It's the 2023 Collector's Edition with the 9 markers in total, all revolving around the metallic feel of Spectrum Noir. Some are more permanent, some are then water-based, so you've got that range of different techniques that you can follow on through. Maybe it's glass, maybe it's some of your metallic surfaces, your hard surfaces, maybe it's just your card and paper, maybe it's little accents when it comes to your stamped impressions. You can use them in a variety of different ways. Between myself and Debbie with first look and then launch day, we showed you so many different ways, and I know they've been used every now and again over the last few days here on Crafters TV. $24.99, $29.95. With the gold member this week is then going to be $19.99 or $23.96. But if you are platinum, you're going to get it for $18.74 or $22.46 with your double points and your free gift as well. All of that there is across on Shop the Day. So everything that we've been looking at and so much more, Shop the Day, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au. That's where you need to go. Have another look at that £10 Tuesday. Few of the items throughout the day have been selling out, but everything that is in there you'll get for £10, $10 or €10. If you are platinum, then at Platinum today you're getting 25%, so that means everything in that category then comes down to £7.50, £7.50, $7.50 or €7.50. So it's a really nice one to have a look at. In there you do still have some paper pads and that you could take advantage of, and a couple of totally Tiffany items as well. But what we are going to do is we're going to have another wee quick look we are going to have a very quick look at these ones so we can jump straight back to Jan. These are our mini memories. So these ones officially relaunched at the weekend with Michelle and Lily. This is all about template basis. So I'm not going to go through each individual template here. Myself and Jan done it within Wake Up Call and earlier on tonight. You can always go back afterwards and re-watch what Jan's done. I know we're going to have another look at it in a moment. This is enabling you to create your mini memories, the pockets as well, the drawers. You've got the dies for the edge of it as well. You're then going to get your index pages when it comes to the dies. You're going to get the flip books as well, which is die for them. You're then going to be getting your spine and your binding for the centres. You're also then going to be getting your decorative accessories. Not only that, you're going to get your 3D box corners as well, and then you're also going to be getting the hardware handles as well. You get the brads there too, all included, $66.99 or $79.95. $53.59 if you're a gold member, or $63.96. Now, if you did get them at the weekend, which is still a great deal, you'll have not have got that additional 5% saving. So if you are platinum, then your platinum's coming down to $50.24, or for you guys stateside, you're going to be $59.96. And you're also going to get the double points as well. So maybe you didn't quite think if you were ready to go for it at the weekend. Now you've got that double extra, or triple, if you're really looking forward to that free badge as well, which is the gift. So that's there on the website as well. I can't believe that is the time already, Jan.
I know.
So
I'm going to have to speedcraft on this one, I think. I did promise that we'd come back to the flip book. So for those of you that have joined us a little bit later on in the evening, this is the one that I made at home. And the idea of the flip book is that you can literally just put this together however you wish. So I actually made mine to open at the sides. I made it to come down. I've got one that goes up, and I've got a last one that comes down again. And you can decorate and add whatever you wish, and then leave little photo mats ready for someone to add photos if you're giving it as a gift, or you can add your photos. Now you can have as many of these pieces as you wish to make that flip book. I'm just going to do the 4 for this one, just to show you how to pop it together. So let me just put that one back in there.
Okay.
And again, it's using mainly the flip book die set, and in here you get the ability to cut the pages, and then you've got a vast amount of mats and layers that you can do in any kind of order, any combination of size. You've got the lovely little circle if you want to use this to cut some photos with, or if you want to add sentiments, and they've all got that lovely sort of torn decal edge around them. So the first one that you're going to need, and you need to decide roughly how many pages you want in your flip book, and you're going to use this one, and you're going to cut out, you can see here that we've got the main square page, which I believe were 5 inches. Yeah, 5 inches square, and then you've got that tab on the side here. So I have cut 2 of that, and that's going to be 2 of my pages. Then I've cut another 2, and in the die you get the ability to add a second score line. So in here you've got 2 areas that you can score, and what that does is create you the tiniest little spine, because the ones that are going to come around the edge are slightly deeper than the ones inside, because they're folding around the bulk. So my ones inside have just got a normal fold on, but then these 2 outside ones have got that extra little 1/4 of an inch spine, so that they will fold round however many you've got on the inside. So I've done 2 that have that extra little fold in to make the spine. And then the last one I've cut the same, but I've actually cut this off at 5 inch square. And this is going to be my centre one that we're then going to add the others to. So I'm going to go with 1 at the top, I'm going to stick 1 at the bottom, and then I'm going to put the 2 with the spines on at either side. So the idea is that we can close 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I'm just very quickly going to pop those together. All I've done is put double-sided tape. Again, you can use your wet glue if you wish. It's just when we're doing them on air like this, it's quicker to use the red line tape. So again, make sure you're lining them up nicely, nice and straight against the score line. Use your, your craft mat if you use one, or your glass mat, and make sure that these lines are falling nice and straight. So that's one of the single ones, and then I need the other that's just got a single score line in. So this is going to be my top and bottom. So again, I'm just going to turn it round for ease of using it. So I've got this one on this side. This is my square piece, and then I'm going to do the same again here. Just making sure that I can still see the score line, and we've got that lined up. So this is going to be top and bottom, and then we're going to go onto the back again with the next one. But I've only put the tape in that first part of the score. I've left the little spine piece in the middle here, the 1/4 of an inch spine, without any tape on it. And again, we're going to line up with that first score line. So this one's going to go onto here and leave the spine visible. So you can still see that little 1/4 of an inch spine. If I just lift that towards the camera.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You see that little 1/4 of an inch spine down the side there. And then we've got the same again with the last one. So again, I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to turn the whole thing round, and I'm going to line that one up just like I did the other side, up to that score line, leaving the spine showing again, and pop that one in place. So we've now got a top, we've got the bottom section, we've got one side, and we've got two. And because you've got that little 1/4 of an inch, you've got room in there for it all to fold nicely together. And then you have got as many matte layers as you wish to decorate with. So I've gone with the outside one, the largest one, is going to be my first matte layer.
Right.
That's just a 1/4 of an inch smaller to fit inside that 5x5. I've then gone with the largest torn edge one, and this is going to sit, and this is the reverse side of that Christmas cheer pad. So I just wanted the plain dots there so that it's not too busy. Then I skipped a set, so I've got a plain one and a torn edge again, but I skipped down to the next one here, and the smallest of the squares, to pop my little photo mats in the centre. Okay, now I've got a lot of these ready done, and I've alternated between reds and greens. Some of them I've got the reverse side of the paper showing, some of them I've got the pattern side showing, so that we've got a complete mixture of all the different pieces. So all I'm going to do now is decide what I want to go where, and then we're literally going to stick these in. So I might hand back over to you again, Craig, just while we stick some of these in place. So again, I'm going to go with, I've got red there. These have not got a, oh, I remember, I was going to stick that one on there, that's right. It's like when I prep these days in advance, it's like remembering what I've done. That's remembering
where to put them, isn't it?
Yeah, I was just trying to work out why I didn't have one for the other side, but what I thought was is I'll use this one because this matches this side then. We've got the, and this is just some cream textured cardstock. I can't remember which one of the packs it was from, but I just wanted that cream in there. And what I have seen done sometimes with this is if you use a laptop or a computer with a printer, or you can get them as stamps. I've seen sometimes people have just stamped in the middle of these and put place photo here, or stick photo here.
Yeah.
Just, you know, so that if the recipient's not quite sure what it is, or if they haven't seen one before, it's just a little prompt, and you're going to stick the photos over the top of it anyway, so it doesn't matter. And you can just, if you don't have a stamp, I've just sometimes done them on my computer and printed them off, and just popped in the middle, place photo here, so that it gives people a chance to have a look. And then I've got some more bits and pieces that we can put on the back. So I'm literally going to use my Collal glue, and I'm just going to stick all those 4 on, Craig, and then I'm going to flip it over and pop some on the other side.
Well,
okay?
Yeah, of course, no problem. YOU Expressions, going back to these sentiment verse pads, are saying they are awesome. Charlotte is saying she grabbed the collector's edition the other day. She's really looking forward to it arriving. can't wait to see what you do with them. Patricia saying, thank you, Craig, for answering. You're so helpful. That's what we're all here for. Happy to help. Always. Any questions, ask them throughout the day. You've got me again tomorrow. I'm going to be here with Sheena. So I've known Sheena for a while, and we've passed each other, but I've never actually done a show with her. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going to be in the other studio, I believe, tomorrow. So I'm going to be on with Sheena. We've got Laurie Barnett is saying, oh my gosh, the second edition Spectrum Noir set is great. It is, trust me, it is. And Amy Cave is saying, oh my goodness, guess what? I finally did it. I bought the Gemini 2.
Oh, well done. You won't regret it.
You will not regret that.
It's a beast, isn't it? It really is. It does the job.
It really, really does, especially as well with having that extra Club Inspire discount this week. I'll go over that one
great time
just
to buy,
in
isn't
a
it?
second, because it really is a good time. Kathy Myers is saying, holy smokes, that's beautiful. And Charlotte Everett is saying they really should create a Gemini machine emoji. It would get it would get used a lot, or it would get a lot of use from us crafters. If you are, if you like Instagram, if you like your stories, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, of course, if you go on, you do have your gifts as well. You've got your Crafters Companion gifts. There's some Gemini ones. The last couple of weeks, Leanne's had hers, Ben's had hers. Just over this last week or so, I've got 9 new ones as well. They're working their way through the team that are coming. So when it comes to stories, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, etc., we do have our Crafters Companion gifts there. Sarah's there as well. We've got some of our show logos and that as well. So if you are posting, make sure you do search for them. They're just Crafters TV, and you're going to get the whole list of them coming up. Johnny, we'll have a very quick recap of this one here, the Gemini die cutting machine, because this is the G2. Details are at the bottom of your screen here. Now, if there ever was a time to seriously think about, right, I do want to go for the Gemini 2, the G2, first and foremost, there is no additional extra pressure than any of your other die cutting machines. Sarah's always said since day one, she physically cannot put any more pressure into the Gemini. What this is about is it's just about bringing it into 2023, as I like to call it. So yes, it's the Gemini 2, but what you have got here, you've got them that it is quicker. You've then got it as well that it's quieter. You've then got your media stand here. Now with that media stand, if you're watching us with the tablet, or if you are then maybe just video calling friends or family while you are then crafting, you've got your 3 USB plugs on the back of it. Think about the devices you get nowadays. It doesn't come with a plug at the end of it. It comes with a USB for you to then pop into a plug. Now that obviously USB is then going to go through your Gemini 2. I've had my fan that is done off a USB, that's plugged in and powered, so just the Gemini is powered with power, and then I've had my fan that's been plugged in via USB. I've had my rechargeable batteries that are then recharging within an actual kind of device via a USB socket through there as well. If you love your ring lights, USB, plug all that through there as well. There may be a purpose as to these, but at the time being, think about the devices that you can then charge, of course. It's an optical sensor, so therefore with your Gemini plate, instead of having them to go in lengthways, of course, you can then just pop them straight on. They could be at a bit of an angle. If you've got our Gemini Go, which is a really small machine from years ago, within that plate configuration, they fit in there as well. There's storage in there. It's all about the way that it looks. The buttons are even better. But this week, using the additional benefits of the Club Inspire, whereas if you join Club Inspire, very first order, you get 25% off your first order. Therefore, it is then going to come down quite considerably. Now, if you are a gold member, you're going to get it for $183.99 or $263.96. If you are a platinum member this week, you're going to be $172.49 or $247.99 for the G2. And you've got your double points. You're still going to get that free gift as well. Absolutely beautiful, perfect time to seriously think about the Gemini 2 with this week's benefits as well. It is exceptional, whatever level you're at Club Inspire, but taking advantage of that 25% off your first order, or of course, if you are platinum, you're then going to be 25% this week. Of course. That's the Gemini 2. It is on the website. It's on Shop Today. So, Jan, I will throw back to you.
Excellent timing. So I've got all my panels done for the inside. Okay, so I've stuck all those down and then I've flipped it over and I've started doing the back here. Now I've actually put a little mark on this one because when it's all closed this is going to be the front, so I'm going to deal with that one differently. And then just to cover up all the workings on the back, I've just cut a white panel here. Now you can put another pattern on if you wish, but I've just cut a white panel and I'm just going to stick that over the top to cover where I've stuck all those tabs down. It isn't necessary. It doesn't really provide any function other than a cosmetic value to cover those sort of tabs up that we stuck on at the beginning. Okay, so that's going to be my back panel. So what we're going to do now then, we've actually got one to fold in from the top, one to fold in from the bottom. We've got this one ready and this is going to be the front. Okay, so what I've done is I've done a slightly different design for the front. I've stayed with the red and I've stayed with the same pattern paper and just made like almost like a little card front. And then we've actually brought in, and I must have known this was going to happen because I'd also got a demo planned with the new Christmas topper pads.
Right.
But I can see the time getting away from us again. And I did actually, Johnny, don't, you know, you underestimate me, don't you? Because what's going to go on the front of here? I must have known.
John.
So I'm just going to bring in, and then our Craig will give you a few more details on these. But these, you know, if you love your decoupage, absolutely beautiful. So I'll let Craig go through the details. I've just taken one of them out that has Santa on. I've popped all the elements out, and I've just made my little topper there. Just stuck together with some foam pads, and then I've just used my glue pen and just added a little bit of glitter to it, just to sort of zhuzh it up a little bit, and then this is going to be my topper for the front of the pad there. So yeah, we've managed to roll that in right at the last minute, and because I'm going over the mirror card, the pearl card and the ribbon, brain's going out now. I'm just going to pop a little bit of that red line tape so it'll secure it over the ribbon, basically. So again, you could add another layer of foam pads to this if you wished at the back, but I'm literally just going to pop this one just, oops, more haste, less speed, there we go. And then this is just going to sit on the top here as my decoration on the front. And then the little corner pieces are from here, from the accessories set. Now I haven't done any decorating in this one, but you can see if I bring the original one back in, where I've added the little flowers, I've got the corners in there, and then in the centre I actually popped that gorgeous little frame. So any of those accessories or anything else that you may have in your stash, you can decorate these. This was one of the laser cut frames that we brought to you a few weeks back that I've just used my metallic ink over the top. So however you want to decorate it, but you end up with the most gorgeous little, you know, flip book, brag book, photo album, whatever you want to do. The idea of these is that they were small enough that they will fit in your mini memories. So you could actually probably fit 2 or 3 of these in here to store if you wish. But you've got that. The brag book came from us having them in our handbag, because we'd got photos of the grandbabies in or the nieces and nephews in. And when you saw your friends, it was like, come and look at the babies. So you were bragging about your babies, your little grandchildren or whatever it was. And that's where the brag book came from. Now I've left this one plain, but here we're going to add photos. You could add some decoration or a nice big sentiment in the centre. I haven't put the mats on the back so that you could possibly add a slightly larger photo. So yeah, so many different ways to go. So many different configurations of sticking them together, you know, but then folding them back in, and it's quite therapeutic. It's yeah, and you've got a lovely little gift for somebody.
Beautiful.
Tell it's getting near the end of the show.
Well, it just looked like you were doing the Macarena there.
I do. And off he went.
Hey, Macarena.
Not the butts. We're back to the butts again, aren't we?
Right. Let's have a look. Just Just while Jan lines up her demonstrations here from this show here, let's have a very quick look at the die-cut toppers. Now, these ones here are our new Christmas die-cut toppers here. Now, you're going to be able to create 15 of your decoupage from each of the pads. Now, within each one's here, you can see all the beautiful designs that you're going to get. So once you've layered them on, you're going to have 15 of your decoupage images. Both of these ones are coming your way. This is how they look. So this is how they look once that they are all flat, but once you've popped them up and started to layer them up, you're going to get that depth and dimension. Check out that £10 Tuesday. We did have a bundle of small foam pads in that section there that you can then grab, and of course, this is going to be perfect for your die-cut toppers. So these are your die-cut decoupage toppers here. These are all of the images across the 2 books that you've got. You don't have to layer them all up together if you don't want to. If you wanted to split some of them and make it go that little bit further, you can. You can then pop it onto a card. You can pop it into maybe like that frame that Jan made, maybe pop one of these in, or do what she just done there with part of the mini memories. You're going to get all of these ones here. So in total, it's going to be 30 of your decoupage die-cut toppers that you're going to be able to create. These ones here, £19 or $25. If you're a gold member, you're going to be £15.20 or $20. If you are platinum, then you get an extra 5%. You're going to be $14.25 or $18.75 for all of them. You are going to get your double points as well. And even if you choose just to go for them today, it's over that £10, $10, €10. So then that means you are going to be getting, of course, your free gift. So that's on the website as well for you to check out. But let's have a look and see what's going to be demo of the show.
Right, so we've just got the 3 this evening because there was a lot of work went into that mini memory section. So we started off with the little file folder. If you didn't see Wake Up Call this morning, if you want to look and re-watch that one, we did the draw section that fit at the bottom of the box here. So we did this section on Wake Up Call, which Craig will show you shortly because you voted for that one this morning. So this is one of the little file folders that fits into that storage cube. Then we used the insert pieces and made our piece of home decor. So again, you know, these are designed to go inside your cards, but there's nothing to stop you doing pieces of home decor or adding them to scrapbook pages or, you know, all sorts of different ways of using them. And then number 3, we've just made that lovely flip book using elements again from that Mini Memories collection. So again, popping that one together, and then we just snuck in at the last minute the topper pads just to fit in there as well. So there's a little bit of both on that one. So 1, 2 or 3 this evening.
That's brilliant. The choice is yours. Get the votes in, and then Grace is going to, of course, count them all out and let us know. We've got Lois is saying that's a very sweet flip book. Jan, thank you. Colleen is saying I love a good Brad book to share with my grandkids. Pictures with them in there. Suzanne is saying fabulous, Jan. Brenda is saying lovely, Jan. We've got Colleen is saying love this, Jan. Carol D is saying love those flip books. Perfect for little mementos of special events. Yeah, they are. Yeah, not just photos, could be anything, could be tickets if you've been away somewhere, of course. Michelle Harris saying that's a great card. Carol D is saying a magnet on the cover would be good too. Absolutely. Yeah. You can then push it further, you know, when it comes to what you want to add, the additional extras. Kim is saying that is lovely, Jan. And we've got Samantha saying, I've never heard Jan laugh as much as I have today. We have had a good giggle today, all of us. We really, really have. Because we're just all a good, fun family that just laugh. Probably too much, to be fair, but hey ho, we'll have fun. And you do as well. That's what it's all about. Right, how about a brand new lodge? You can't quite get your hands on just yet. This is going to be kind of like a little tease as to a first look that we tend to do within launch party. Now, it is Christmas, and it is all about our shaped card blanks, but it's giving you the ability to create them yourself. Now, we're going to have 4 within the bundle, where we've got this super cute penguin. Look, it's like Pingu. You've got the penguin there. You've got the I used to be able to do a good impression of Pingu. Yeah. Or whatever it was.
My kids used to love that one.
I loved Pingu.
I look back at it now and I think, what were we thinking?
Exactly, but then I used to love, and I still do love Mr. Bean, and you know, it's like no speaking and. Anyway, this is all about. Thanks, Jamie. This is all about our brand new launch that's coming up later on in this week, I believe. So we have got the ability to then create our card blanks. It's launching on Friday. You've got the penguins. Now, they don't just have to be about the card blanks. If you want to build that penguin and pop onto a card blank or onto a project, then you can do. These ones here are all simplistic shapes. If you use your metal plate, you're then going to be able to then use some of your fabrics as well. You've got the penguins, you've got all the additional elements, you've then got bunting there, you've got the hat there, but then you've got all of these stamps to work in coordination with the penguin. You're going to be able to use some of these ones elsewhere as well, not just with the penguin, but think of your pattern paper, think of your inky background, think of all of the fun things that you can then be making when it comes to the penguin. Then what about, do you want to build a snowman? Well, you can do when it comes to this card blank die. Now, when it comes to this one in the stamp set, you've got all of these smiley faces. This is something that we never see Jamie or Tracy do, funny enough, other than just grump and moan. But then you've got some fun sentiments too. So fun sentiments to use with the Holly Jolly Snowman, or you can then start to create and make your own sentiments if you want to. But with these ones, once again, a lot of these are simplistic dies, like the actual body of the snowman, the hat, the scarf, a few of the other ones. So think about your different materials that you could do. That sheets of faux snow, you can start to then die cut. It could be a boy snowman, a girl snowman, it could be an adult, it could be a kiddie. You can start to build a family if you want to. Have a lot of fun, but you've got all these stamps as well. You've then got the gingerbread house as well. You've got the gingerbread house, so you can then start to build, you could build your own street of gingerbread houses if you want to. You can then start to make these look like some of your favourite sweets at home, maybe the favourite sweets that the kiddies love as well. These dies, these outer dies, is giving you the ability to make the card blank. I know at the end of the week they will show you how to make them, and say they, because I'm not actually too sure who's actually launching these at the end of the week. It's Sarah. Ben and Sarah are going to be launching these at the end of the week. So Sarah will show you how to turn these into card blanks if you want to use them in that way. But think of all the other creative ways in which you can use them. Bringing in your glitter glues, bringing in your glitter paste, your faux snow. If you did get our puffy snow, all of that's going to work in coordination with it all the way around. It'd be grand, really, really good. Maybe you don't necessarily want to go down that Christmas route, maybe the kiddies route, the Hansel and Gretel, that feel when it comes to the stories, but you can do whatever you want. All these different sentiment stamps as well as the gingerbread man, that's in there as well. And then we can't have a shaped card blank without a Christmas tree, can we? Look at all of these elements that you can build your own tree. Build your own tree with your different card stocks. It could be Centura Pearl. It could be the texture of the linen if you want to. It could be your own backgrounds with your inks or maybe your sparkles. But then you've got all these additional elements at the top within the stamps. The stamps with the presents, mask them so you can have that nice line of presents underneath at the bottom there, or you can start to do theatres, dioramas with the tree in the foreground or at the forefront. Up to you, but these are the 4 brand new sets. Absolutely abundant full of dies, including the stamps as well. Each stamp set worked in coordination with the dies. However, you can mix and match if you want to. That is the dies and the stamps, but I know Jan's got some finished samples to show you.
These are very cute. Very cute. I've only seen these today, but yeah, this is the idea of making them into a little card blank. So we've cut them twice, joined them at the top. And again, you were talking about making the family, Craig. We've got the little boy penguin, and then when we flip him round, we've got his sister on the other side, which is really cute. Okay, but again, there's nothing to stop you using them on an actual card. So we've actually created a circle card here and used him as a topper on the card. And then I've got that little gingerbread house, which we've just done as a little standalone cottage. So again, like Craig said, you could make a row of these and actually, you know, sort of decorate them however you wish. I'm just thinking in the craft card with the little coloured sweets on and then some of our glaze over the top would make them look like little candies, wouldn't they? And then again, we've got Mr. Snowman there. This one's been done and cut a few times to make...
Looks like Jimmy.
The easel card there. Okay. And then again, adding them to your decor pieces. So just putting them in one of those frames. And then I've just got the one sample there for the Christmas tree. Again, using it on a card. It doesn't have to be a shaped card. This one's been put on a Z fold, and you've just got that lovely decorated tree there as an element. So yeah, looking forward to seeing those launched.
It's going to be
fabulous.
Fun. Yeah. You will get your hands on them come Wake Up Call on Friday. So yeah, they are launching on Friday with Sarah and Ben. Yes, launch day, but then of course within Wake Up Call to start the show. Right, let's have a look. Let's do demo of the show. Demo of the show, it goes to number 2. Number 2.
Number 2 was the home decor, wasn't it? Yeah.
Righty-o.
Fabulous.
Beautiful. Absolutely
right, shall
beautiful.
I shoot over that way, or do you want to do it here?
Jamie, get out of the way.
Hey?
Get out of the way, Jamie. Yeah, I'll
I'm coming that way, am I?
Yeah, you come this way. You come there. We're just looking at the snowman. Yeah, yeah. It's just a snowman. Just, yeah. Yeah, let's have a look at the snowman again.
That just amused. They're children, aren't they, in there, honestly?
Yeah, they are,
They're
Jan.
just children.
Absolute children. Immature.
Yeah.
Absolutely immature.
He's full of Christmas cheer, isn't he?
Really full of cheer.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like me on midday by Christmas Day. All right, let's have a look. Let's do demo of the day. Now, look at these absolute beauties. How are you guys going to choose at home? Right, we've got 3 to choose from, of course. So number 1 is from Mini Memories that Jan done within Wake Up Call this morning. That's number 1. So she used that bottom part of the Mini Memories and then added a little easel on the top. We've then got number 2, which is a lovely box, which is then from the Dragonfly Dreams collection. That was in Masterclass earlier on today in that mid-show. And then, of course, this absolute spectacular of a beauty, which they all are, but we've got our festive frame, which is all around the Christmas insert. So that's number 3. So 1, 2, or 3, the choice is yours. You've got a couple of minutes just to get your votes in, if that, so we'll find out what one is demo of the day. Right, just while we are waiting on that result coming in, let's have a look at our pick of the day. So our pick of the day is 24 hours or while stocks last. So these do launch just as Wake Up Call starts, and then it will end, stock dependent, just before Wake Up starts the next day. Now, brand new one every single day, apart from the weekend, where that is then becoming a weekend wonder. Now, today's pick of the day is your Tri-Blend markers, 24-piece collection. These are alcohol pens. Now, within each pen, you've got your 3 shades. So, for instance, the red, you've got a light, you've got a medium, and a dark, all in that one pen. The same with all of these colours. These are alcohol based, so you can use all of these as standalone colours if you want. Therefore, it's going to give you 72 alcohol colour pens. £55 or $80. If you're a gold member, your pick of the day is going to come to £44 or $64. If you are your platinum member, then you're going to be paying £41.25 or $60. Now, with your pick of the day, you'll always get double points as well. As it is within this week here, Club Inspire event, you're going to be getting double points on everything anyway, but still, with it being a pick of the day, you can see it on the bottom of your screen. 24 of your Tri-Blends, these ones being the essentials here. If you want to get that perfect professional blend, if you want to get that beautiful shade, then you're going to be able to do that when it comes to this collection here. We've got things such as our classics, we've got things such as our illustrators. Many start off with the Tri-Blends and progress. That's what I've done. But now that I am comfortable and confident with classics and illustrators, I still always come back to my tri-blends every single time, unless there's a specific reason we've got set items on the show, classics or illustrators, it's always my tri-blends that I go back to here. So they are on the website now. It is the pick of the day, of course, for today. So we still have some remaining. However, as we just finished just shortly, you need to remember that we go into the night hours as well. So many of you guys stateside that didn't see during the day because of the time difference, that's when you shop, although we've still got a lot of the UK as well that then work during the day. They don't always manage to catch up till later on. So it's never a give that we've always got them until the next day. So that is your pick of the day that you can then get your hands on. That is today. Gosh, what a fun day, what a creative day, inspirational day, funny day for sure, Jamie, absolutely. But we've got another day coming your way tomorrow, and from, it's from Jan that does incredible colouring. We've also got Sheena tomorrow. I can't wait. I've known Sheena for a number of years. I've seen Sheena as we've gone back and forwards past each other backstage, but I've not worked with her as of late. So we're going to be back together tomorrow. We're going to be in the next studio. I'm going to be on the presenting side, and Sheena's got a back in stock as well. Botanical blooms before we head into, of course, our beautiful beginnings with it being a Wednesday. So that's going to be tomorrow. We've got, of course, our wake-up call to start with. So that's me and Sheena. Right, clear winner. Number three.
You do know that Ben's wrap-up this week is just going to consist of us two, isn't it?
Clear.
Thank you,
winner.
guys. A clear winner. He's gone.
Clear winner. There we go. That, I'm going to tell you right now, we're only on Tuesday. Jan, that's going to be hard to beat for me, in my opinion, come demo of the week.
Thank you. I need another star. I've only got 3 on there, and some of them are going off the edge of the chart, aren't they?
They are. They really are. Big contender, big contender. Jan, I say it every time when I get to be on this side with you, I absolutely love it because I just take lots of inspiration, and I know everyone does at home.
I've absolutely thoroughly enjoyed my day, and they call it work. What more could you say?
I know, absolutely. You're back next Tuesday?
I am back next Tuesday, yeah. I've got some crafters inspiration demos from the magazines, and I have another launch party for you next Tuesday evening.
Excellent.
I'll
Cannot wait. Cannot wait for that one.
1st of August. Where did the rest of the year go?
I know.
Yeah,
Scary.
1st of August next Tuesday.
I was in Tesco's the other day and they've got their tins of sweets out already. That's when you know, Johnny's here. He's like, oh yes, that's when you know Christmas is on the way. Thank you so much earlier on to Rachel. Thank you as well to Grace tonight. Tracy as well, Liv there out and about. Thank you to Jan. But then, of course, we've got Johnny and we've got Jamie as well. Big thank you to them guys. However, for you guys stateside or, of course, elsewhere in the world with the joys of technology, if you do want to watch Sarah throughout the night on HSN, you can absolutely do that. I know that she's got some inspirational demos as well for you to have a look at. Right, we're away to head home for the day. I will see you back here live tomorrow with Sheena, where we're going to do it all over again on Wake Up Call. We'll see you then. Bye.